Formation of covalent bonding is done. Any doubt there?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so now the next topic is properties of a covalent compound. Okay, so what all are the properties of a covalent compound? This also we have discussed, I guess.
Yeah.
From here we have to start. Differences between the covalent bonds and the ionic bonds. So can you tell me what is the difference? Any idea? Ridhima, any idea?
Can you tell again the question?
I'm asking the difference between covalent and ionic compound.
I mean, covalent bonds, ma'am, the atoms, ma'am, they share electron, but in ionic compound, the atom, ma'am, it doesn't share electron, it donates its electron to the one which need to get valence. It donates its one valence electron to the other one so that both of them become balanced.
Okay. Now, so first of all, we will go through with the ionic compound. So ionic compound properties and nature. So first property of a ionic compound is the nature, means their constituent particles are ions and they are hard solid consisting of ions. Ionic means they will consist of what? Ions plus ions minus ions. ठीक है? Nature में क्या है? Nature में ये है कि their constituent particles are ions. Reason, what is the reason behind that their constituent particles are ions? That they have a strong intermolecular forces of attraction between the ions, which cannot be which cannot be separated easily. ठीक है, तो इसमें क्या होता है? There is a very strong intermolecular forces of attraction between the ions and they cannot be separated very quickly or easily. So covalent compound nature is what? Their constituent particles are molecule. These are gases, liquids or soft solids. यहाँ पे क्या है? These are ions, but here these are gases and they have a weak intermolecular forces of attraction. They have a weak intermolecular forces of attraction. Then only what they are doing? They are taking the help from the other atom to complete their octet, right? They are sharing their electrons with the other atoms. So that's why the covalent compound is having the weak intermolecular forces of attraction and they are mostly they are in molecules, है ना? जैसे O2 और भी examples हैं like P8, phosphorus 8. So these are what? These are molecules and these are gases, liquids and soft solid. What about the ionic? Ionic compounds nature means their constituent particles are ions and they have a strong inter. So now you got the nature between ionic and covalent compound.
Yes, ma'am.
Nature of a ionic is very weak and nature of the covalent compound is sorry. Nature of ionic compound is very strong and for the covalent is very. What about the melting and boiling point? If there exists a strong force of attraction, the positively charged ion, so a large amount of energy is required to break the strong bonding forces, है ना? So let's say if there is something which is having a very strong intermolecular forces of attraction between them. Let's say this is a one object and let's say this is another object and they have a very strong intermolecular forces between them. So what will require a higher amount of energy to get separated them from object A to object B, right? है ना? ज़्यादा energy की ज़रूरत लगेगी to get separated from them. So that's why the ionic compounds is having a high boiling point as well as the melting point, because to melt or because to boil we need a much stronger like more and more amount of energy is required.
Your voice is not audible.
Now is it audible?
Yes.
And what about the boiling point and melting point of covalent?
They have low melting and boiling points.
Why?
Ma'am, because of the weak force of attraction, and they easily break. Excuse me, ma'am, could you please give me 2 minutes?
2 minutes? Okay.
Yeah.
So, Ridhima, are you getting what is the nature of the ionic and the covalent? Simply what you have to learn that covalent compound is getting bonded with another atom. So it's a very weak and the boiling and melting point is also very, very low because we will require not much amount of energy to separate because they have a weak intermolecular forces between them. Okay? And ionic is having a strong intermolecular force, so we'll require a more amount of energy to separate. What is the electrical conductivity? They do not conduct electricity in the solid state, but act as a good conductor in the fusion or molten state. And this one, they are non-conductors of electricity in solid, molten or aqueous state. So here's also a difference. Electrical conductivity means क्या है कि this they do not conduct electricity in the solid state. In the solid state, it won't get conduct the electricity, but it will act a good conductor in the molten state. But here, the electrical conductivity, They are non-conductor of electricity in solid also, in molten also, as well as in aqueous also. Okay. So this three you have to keep in your mind, that electrical conductivity here is not even possible in your covalent bonding, because they are non-conductors. But here the electrical conductivity is possible, but only with the mol. Next is the solubility. They
Ma'am,
are Hmm.
what does fused mean? Fused or molten state? Like in that fused.
Where?
In the ionic compounds. So you said that they are good conductors in fused or molten states. So what does fused mean?
Okay, fused means it's a process by which a substance changes from solid state to a
Okay.
liquid state. There's a
Okay.
process, right? The fusion, which we call solid
Hmm.
to liquid. Okay,
Okay.
that's a process. Now, solubility means these are soluble in water, insoluble in organic solvent. Soluble किसमें है? Only in water. But what about this? Insoluble in water but dissolve in organic solvent. Just ulta of each other, opposite of each other. Solubility means they are soluble in water, insoluble in organic, and these are insoluble in water and soluble in organic. Okay, so this is a very simple. You have to only go through with this. We will wait for 1 minute. We'll wait for his.
Ma'am, can you show the electrical
Hmm.
conductivity of covalent? Yeah.
Okay, that's all. Are you preparing notes?
Yeah.
Notes is
Just
very important. You can also now also you don't have access to the app.
no, no, I do, but I just
Okay.
writing helps. So
हाँ
I
हाँ
just
हाँ.
write the keywords.
Okay, ठीक.
So I'm back.
So, Shazan, we discussed about electrical conductivity and solubility. Electrical conductivity means, Shazan, that it will not conduct electricity in the solid state, okay, but it will conduct in the molten state.
Certain
Fusion means
state.
you know,
Yes,
right?
ma'am. This I know. Ionic compounds, I know, ma'am. All their
Hmm.
physical properties.
Yeah. And covalent means they won't conduct anywhere. Now solubility means क्या होता है कि these are soluble in water, insoluble in organic solvents, and this is only ulta of each other. This is insoluble in water and soluble in organic solvent. ठीक है? Got it?
Yes,
Next.
ma'am.
Next is what allotropes. But first, let me give you one quick question. It's a very easy. 1 second. So what you have to do is I'm writing one equation, okay? Al2O3 plus HCl. So you have to tell me the product, and also you have to balance the equation in 30 seconds. I'm giving you 30 seconds. Balance this and give me the product, both of you.
That's so easy. Understand the answer. And
Okay, we will wait for Redema as well.
Yeah, ma'am, I'm done.
Okay, so what is the output?
2AlCl3 plus 3H2.
2AlCl3 plus 3H2O. And what about in the right hand side about HCl? How many HCls?
Right.
share will not be there, ma'am.
What?
No, the one I told was right hand side only.
Okay, tell me the equation once again. I will write here.
Okay, so Al2O3 plus HCl plus
Hmm.
6HCl is equal to 2AlCl3 plus 3H2O. So yeah, HCl there will be 6.
है ना? So it will be 6 HCl, right?
Yeah.
Okay. ठीक है.
I also send the answer. I directly send the balanced equation.
I saw. Okay. So now this one. What is the? Oh, okay. Tell me what is the allotropes? Think and tell.
Now I think different forms of alloy.
What?
I think different forms of alloy.
So allotropes. It's the property by, let's go with the definition first. It's a property by virtue of which an element exists in more than one form, or and each form has different physical properties, but this is the main point. It is one. Okay, what is this? It's having different physical properties, but identical means same. But same chemical properties. That's it. If you will know this, then you know the electron. They will have different physical properties. Matlab, let's say the melting point, boiling point, good conductor, bad conductor. So these all come inside the physical properties, but they will have a same chemical properties. Means the equation of both will be the same, but the work of both A and B, let's say, it will be the different. For example, first is crystalline form, which is example
Diamond,
diamond, graphite, fullerenes, you all know, and microcrystalline form, or you can say amorphous form, coal, charcoal. So this is the two carbon which exist in these two, okay, in the crystalline form, in the microcrystalline. So if you will see of the diamond is a metal or non-metal?
non-metal. No, non-metal.
Non-metal. It's a colorless, transparent substance with extraordinary brilliance due to its high refractive index. है ना? इसमें क्या है,
Yes, ma'am.
कलरलेस ट्रांसपेरेंट है. We can see a diamond, like from one side if we'll see a diamond we can easily see the next side, so it's a transparent. It is very heavy, very expensive. It
Yes,
does
ma'am.
not conduct electricity because it's a non-metal
But
and is having a high thermal conductivity and also high melting point. So for the if in your board exams it will ask the general properties of diamond. So if you will write just the property, it will be enough. And no, it will it will not be enough because chemistry is full of diagram. You have to make this diagram as well.
ma'am, like how
ठीक है?
will you make this type of diagram?
It's easy na. What do you have to do? Simply you have to make like this. Carbon everywhere. Carbon, 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 carbon. Like this, like this. Means each carbon will having how many bonds? Four bonds. That's it. That is the structure of diamond.
If it
See.
was that
It's
easy,
a
then
giant molecule of carbon atoms in which each carbon atom, okay, each carbon atom is bonded with four other carbon atoms. Means each and every carbon atom will be bonded to four other carbon atoms. And here also, see, four, here, here, four. Okay. So each atom will be bonded into four different carbon atoms, forming a 3D type of a network. And it is also responsible for its hardness, and very large amount of energy is required to break this bond of a diamond. So understood about the diamond? If the exam, if in your exam, what do you have to do? You have to make the diamond diagram. It's very easy. Each carbon only you have to put the four bonds to each carbon. हो जाएगा?
yes, ma'am, we'll try best.
We'll try, and you have to also show me ki how you are making the diagram of a diamond.
Um,
Okay, next is
ma'am, how
your.
many
Okay, first,
carbons are
no, no,
there?
no, no. First, try to make a diagram. Try it. See this diagram and try to make. See, here is
How
your
many
carbon.
carbons are
ठीक है?
there? Can you tell how many?
From each carbon, you have to just put
And should
four
I draw
more
like
carbon.
infinite of them, right?
Nahi, not like that. You have to make like some 3D kind of a structure. See, total
Okay.
how many carbons is there?
So,
One, two. How will you count?
2, 3, 4, 5,
28,
6.
I think.
Oh,
28 because it will be even only now.
true, man. 28.
So try making it.
Ma'am, should it be exactly the same?
No need to draw exactly the same.
I'm done.
Done?
Yeah.
Sure. 1 minute. Oh, it's correct. See, but what you have to keep in mind na, that each
Can I do it
carbon
later, like after
later. Why later? See, she
ma'am,
did,
because I'm
but she did. Each
not
carbon
good.
you have to make with other four carbons. That's it. Try, or else you will not try. I know.
So, ma'am, there should be 28 and one more condition you were saying.
What?
There should be 28 carbons and one more thing you were saying. Four connections or
A four connection should be there. See, it's written no? That each carbon should be bonded with four other carbon atoms. Okay?
So is the first carbon bonded with four? Because only
Yeah,
three.
see, this one is bonded with four, na? One, two, okay, yeah. What about this? One, two.
Then that will be more than four.
1 minute. Do you know the simple way of making this? Just make like carbon. Okay,
I'm
carbon,
making it,
one
ma'am.
carbon.
I'm almost there. Please don't do so.
Okay, like this, like this. Four more carbons. Okay, this is your already one, and one. This is done. Now from here you have to make four more carbons. I mean three more. This one done. This carbon, this carbon, and here carbon. So it will be like this, and like this. That's it. This is your diagram.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, it's somewhat like this. I don't know.
One
Oh,
minute.
my
Let me
drawing. Oh, my drawing is horrible, even if it's structures.
It's not visible. It's correct only.
So, thank you, ma'am. It's not as
Okay.
good as her, ma'am. She's right because I tried.
So try like this now. Like
Fine, I'll practice it later on because this chapter is not in my syllabus right now.
this. ठीक है. So next is what? Next is your graphite. Graphite, you all know pencil. Pencil is a graphite.
Conductor of electricity, ma'am.
Which is of grayish black color. है ना? It is lighter than diamond, very smooth to touch and slippery also. And it's a good conductor of electricity. So this is a very tough. Can you make this, Shazan?
Are you serious? What is that?
This is a fill in it.
Mom, if I practice that, then 5 marks is mine in exam.
No, it's not key. You have to make only. Just you will write the points, then also it will be okay. So this is the structure of your graphite. Graphite crystal consists of layers of carbon atom or sheets of carbon atoms. Each carbon atom in a graphite layer is joined to three other carbons. Okay? On the diamond, each carbon is joined with four other carbon atoms, and here in the graphite, each carbon atom is joined with three other carbon atoms. Okay? This is the main difference between diamond and a graphite, and by strong covalent bond to form flat hexagonal rings. However, the fourth electron of each carbon atom is free to make it's a good conductor of electricity. So, what about the fourth? Fourth carbon is free to do what? Is free to make a good conductor of electricity. That's why this graphite is a good conductor of electricity, because one carbon is left over here as compared to your diamond. The various layer of carbon atoms in graphite are held together by weak van der Waals forces, so these can slide over the another, and therefore graphite is slippery to touch. They have a very weak intermolecular forces, so that's why very slippery to touch. So now you got it, the difference between diamond and graphite. It's a poor conductor. Graphite is a good conductor. Why
That's
graphite is a good conductor, Shazan?
because it has one free carbon electron.
One free carbon atom is there, that's why. And here all are combined with the carbon, that's why it's a bad conductor of electricity. ठीक है, समझ आ गई? Okay. So next fluorines we will learn in the next class, because we have already completed. Radhima, in your school, which chapter is going on?
Actually, my exams were going on, so the
How
classes
sweet.
have not started.
Okay, so at chemistry, how much portions are done in your school? Up to which
Before carbon chapters.
means up to MET, मतलब metals and non-metals done.
Yeah.
Okay, so only one chapter is left then.
Chemistry just has 4 chapters. Oh, okay.
You wasn't knowing?
I didn't check the whole book.
Okay. Only 4 chapters, and we are on the last chapter, so no need to go in a very hurry.
How much time
Okay,
will be
so
left
we'll
till you
go
teach
slowly.
periodic classification?
That was, and that's not coming now in this year.
No,
Okay.
but I think it
So
is
what?
an important chapter.
It was important
Mm,
chapter. So now what you will do? You will have a chemistry assignment. 5 minutes. You can take rest, drink water, eat
Ma'am,
some
maths
snacks.
assignment was supposed to be
No,
today.
no, math assignment will not be there. Chemistry will be there. Okay, so okay, tell me, we have completed the A1 of ORG or not?
Wait, let me check.
Check to.
Last assignment was ORG-A1.
ठीक है, ORG A1. So I'm sharing ORG A2 in 5 minutes. Till then, have some.